please just tell me about this event, December 17th in Miami, how it came together, and just give me a general overview here.
December 17th is St. Lazario's. That is the Cuban holiday, you know, for opening up their heart, their doors, to bring everybody in. And what would be more fitting than to have a Cuban boxer who was a gold medal winner, 4-time world champion, and now in the professions, he is 19-0, and the winner of this fight goes directly into Vitaly Klitschko for his next fight sometime in March or April. And so it's a thing here that and the Kiwanis who are working for the benefit of the downtrodden, you know, the underprivileged kids and those who can be educated to redirect their explosive energy into more positive, productive, and constructive avenues. They underwrote it to be able to say, let's do this for the charity of these kids. All right. Along with that was Thomas Regalado. Thomas Regalado has a history with me where he has been to all the presidents from Reagan on up, you know, to Bush and to Carter and all of the ones that was there covering them, you know, down there with Anwar Sadat when I was going to do the peace fight with Anwar Sadat, Menachem Begin, and Jimmy Carter. And then Anwar got assassinated during the period of a dress rehearsal, a dress parade. So it's a lot of history here, but it's a tribute to freedom, something to cheer about. And so in cheering about freedom, we wanted to do it at the American Airlines Arena with a dynamic guy named Mike Walker, who is really the host of the building, and to join the heat, you know, with their new magnificent three, the three kings, Bosh and Wade and James, LeBron James. And so all of them, LeBron being one of my homies from Cleveland. And so it all came together in doing something that would unify our South Florida residents and to expose it again to the world as an oasis in paradise. Because all the doom and the gloom, as you know, interchangeably, Miami and Las Vegas has got the highest unemployment rate in the nation. They have the highest foreclosure rate in the nation. And so what we want to do, instead of talking that doom and gloom, let us do something to counteract that by bringing people in, superstars from all walks of life, Gloria Estefan, Emilio Estefan, producing and helping us out, Raul Alacan Jr., you know, with the Spanish Broadcasting Network. Everybody is pitching in to be able to make this a winner for South Florida. So all of the groups, Pitbull will be coming in to do his rapping and then appearing at bongos. You will have everybody there. So our community is really coming back to support this here with the, you know, Mark Peterson and Community Auto Sales, you know, committed to sell 100,000 in tickets. I mean, it's unbelievable the kind of support that we're getting. And it's about putting a great show together in boxing, you know, to demonstrate that if you got a hero, you're going to have a great opportunity. Boxing is not dead. As Pacquiao has so illustrated, you know, if you got a hero, somebody to root for, and they go out there and do their job, then they come and do it. So we got what we call a tribute to freedom, something to cheer about, bringing this nation together, exemplifying the melting pot theory, you know, everybody for one and one for everybody. It's a thing here that is going to be simply great down at the Miami Arena on December the 17th. You know what I mean? And on that day, you're going to have Austin fighting Solis. You're going to have Santana, the swimmer. Here's a little kid that dives into the ocean to get to Florida, you know, and thumbing boat rides like we thumb car rides, you know what I mean, to get here to freedom. So freedom is in the air. Change, if you speak Spanish, is cambio. You know, and cambio is what we're doing, is showing everyone that change is here. We're working together, and South Florida is the beneficiary of it, with a great boxing, sports, and entertainment evening of boxing and entertainment. So we're excited about it, and we want everyone, every race, color, creed, and religion to come on down and be a part of this here, so that we can demonstrate to the world that this is an oasis in paradise, and that everybody can come for the beach, the beautiful, scantily clad women that is just voluptuous, sensuous, and intoxicatingly beautiful. The beautiful sand and the ocean. You know, we have everything down here, Josh, to give to all those who would be the recipient. So bless yourself with a visit down here to South Florida, and come on down to the American Airlines Arena and help us to unify our nation. But right now, let's revitalize South Florida.
We know South Florida loves big events, and I don't think there's anyone really that is more associated with big events than you. So this has got to be the perfect match, isn't it?
It is. It's the perfect match because of the people. I'm a promoter of the people, for the people, and by the people. And my magic lies in my people ties. It's about giving. It's about taking and making something, you know what I mean, taking nothing more or less, you know what I mean, but because the people are there. Frederick Douglass says, without struggle, there's no progress. You know, you must resist, you know, the intolerance and the different races and different type of views. So if we're going to truly do that, we got to be able to mingle, commingle, understand, communicate, relate, and identify with each other. And if we do that, we're going to be way ahead. And so Michael Jackson told me that music is the ribbon that ties humanity together. All right, so now if we can do that, we are demonstrating what we're doing with the music and song. Of the rappers Pitbull going to be bringing in Solis. We are now working on a couple of them, DJ Khaled, to bring in Ray Austin, or to get if he's busy, to get someone else that they can bring him in. But we're gonna have all the disc jockeys, you know, revving up the people, getting the excitement in the air, you know, having something that everyone will say, what is the next one? And that's what we're trying to get, that magic word to be said that night. And we're selling tables at $10,000 a table. We done sold about 12 tables already. That you know, you got 8 seats. It's all ringside like you do in South America, Mexico, which I started, where the band is singing and everybody there, and have the heat girls against the street girls. We got the girls that like to come in for the different Corona beers and different things. They'll dance against the girls at the heat. You know what I mean? And so it's going to be an exciting thing when you have these beautiful senoritas. That in itself is the flavor that sets mankind ahead of the rest of the world. And so it makes me feel good that I could be a part and parcel. I'm humbled. I am really deeply grateful and appreciative that they would even honor me with this. You know, you got the OJs is coming in with Eddie Levert. You got people that's coming in. Yesterday, Danny Glover called. Danny Glover said he's coming in, and he's going to call some of his star friends. You know what I mean? So these are the things that really turns me on when you see people coming from across the country to be here for this tribute to freedom, and to be where? In South Florida. So we're going to have excitement down there, excite-the-minty, excite-the-minty, excite-the-minty. And we're going to be able to give them the hip-hops, P. Diddy, all of them will be coming in, you know, and we're going to do all of the birthday parties of all the disc jockeys and things that's coming up in between, prior to, and get everybody to come. But nothing is more important than being with you, Josh, on CBS. Les Moonves, I will be talking to you soon. This is what it's all about, and we're going to make certain that we give everybody the opportunity in the land of opportunity to be a part and parcel of our evolution of better America. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so excited, Josh.
Thank you. We appreciate that. And there is a lot of boxing history in South Florida that people maybe don't remember or don't seem to realize. We know up here there's a great boxing community. We've done a number of stories on young, up-and-coming local boxers. But there's a very famous gym that used to be in Miami. So, I mean, it's not... This area is...
The Fifth Street Gym, and we just reopened it. Angelo Dundee, you know, I love Angelo. Angelo has always been a peacemaker. No matter what happened through the days of Ali, we were moving around. Angelo has always been one that would reach out and touch someone with that incessant and addictive smile, you know what I mean, that he has. And now the Fifth Street Gym, that's one of the heritages that's come back. Muhammad Ali himself training at the Fifth Street Gym, you know what I mean, to make things happen down here in Florida, you know what I mean. When he came in and when he chose his name, Muhammad Ali, it was right down here in 1964. So we had so much going down here, and Muhammad will be here. I'm inviting Muhammad, George Foreman, Larry Holmes, Ken Norton, you know what I mean, Roberto Duran, Manos de Piedra, Hands of Stone, Julio Cesar Chavez. We're going to try to get them all to be down and be a great celebration, you know, right here at the American Airlines Arena, and make things happen. We're inviting the Harley Davidson guys to do the Harley Parade, you know what I mean? And so we're going to see if we can build that into something, a crescendo of giving and understanding and making things happen. But the Kiwanis will be out there. We want to be able to get to the cured, you know, Susan G. Coleman. I got to call her, you know what I mean, so we can give something to them, because that's so important about breast cancer and how we can fight to thwart it and prevent it. You know, so it's a thing here that where we all got to come together in concert to make this thing happen, Josh, and I'm excited about that. The people coming together, working with each other, talking with each other, identifying with each other, and having a super card to beat. We got the world champion, Tavoris Cloud, also from Tallahassee, our capital. He's coming in. He's the world light heavyweight champion, and he'll be defending his crown against the Colombian Fulgencia Zuniga. You know what I mean? So we got Colombia, Viva Colombia. We're going to be bringing in the 3-time champion of the world, Ricardo Mayorga. You know what I mean? The Matador. You know what I mean? So he'll be bullfighting in that ring on the 30th. This is his big comeback. So he's going back for his 4th world title on this trip. So is going to be there. He's exciting and provocatively crazy. And so you're going to have all of those things that's really something for everyone. You know what I mean? And then the disc jockeys will be revving up their thing, doing their thing. JJ Last, DJ Last, whatever it is, going to have him in with Power 96. Everybody is taking a part of putting out and making this program what it can be. And it only can be what they want to make it to be by the corporation and support of the people. You hear it right here with Josh on CBS 12, right here in Florida.
So have you already had responses from some of these legends of boxing? Or
oh, yes. Listen, Floyd Mayweather called yesterday. Floyd Mayweather said he'd be here tomorrow. He wants to talk to me anyway, but Floyd Mayweather is going to be with Mike Tyson. They're going to be like Huntley and Brinkley. I'm going to put them on the microphone. They're going to be carrying the color, telling them how it could be, you should be, would be, you know, from their experience and what it is. And so they say they're going to come on in. And so Danny Glover said, I want to be on the microphone too, so I'm going to let him do some color. Let him put himself out there. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy. We're going to bring Danny in, you know what I mean? And so I told him to try to see if he could find Sally Fields. I said, then they can really do it with the Danny lines or something jumping up in the field, you know what I mean? So we're going to have fun while we do it. The camaraderie, the conviviality is going to be second to none. And then a guy called me with Shakira, and she's out on a tour. And I don't know whether we can get her or not, but he said that, you know, the word is out because she's Colombian Lebanese. And this Colombian fighter is fighting there. So Shakira, find time, por favor. Por favor, we want you to come on in there, Shakira, because you are dynamite. You know what I mean? And so we got to be able to work with every star that's a star. I invited the Jacksons. I'm going to try to get Janet now because she got a 15-carat ring on her finger. You know what I mean? Oh, man, this is it. That's my family, you know. You know, Catherine and Joseph and all of the boys, you know what I mean? Tito and Jackie and Marlon and all of them, they're all going to be out there. So I'm going to see it. Marlon lives down in Florida, so I'm going to try to bring him on up from where he is at up to here. So we're going to be just bringing everybody we can, and anybody that I didn't call me so I can make certain on the next one I can talk about you too. We want all the stars to be there, but the show is going to be super sensational. And this Cuban says he's going to carry the banner of freedom all the way to the World Championship, bringing heavyweight championship back to America, because now he's going for American citizenship. Can he do it? We'll find out on December the 17th. An irresistible force against an immovable object, and something has got to give it will, at the American Airlines Arena on the 17th of December. And that's St. Lazario's. That's when you open your door to your heart and to your pocketbook and to your food in your kitchen. And you can't cook with cold grease, or you have to turn the stove on. So we're going to be cooking with the heat and with what we're doing here with the Tribute to Freedom, something to cheer about. Be there. We want everyone to be there. We want the place to be 20,000, 22,000, whatever it holds, and then show that picture around the world to say we are Floridians and no one could be proud. And if you cannot hear us, we'll say it a little louder. We are back. We are revitalized. And we want business to come. We want the business investment to come. We want tourists to come. We're going to give you safety and comfort. We want everyone to come and pray and stay and be a part of the evolution of South Florida. Oh, I'm so excited.
You brought up Floyd. Every boxing fan would want to ask you this question. What is it going to take to get Floyd in the ring with Manny Pacquiao? And are you the man to make that happen, to maybe broker some kind of peace?
Well, let me say this to you, Josh. I'm going to bring him here to you at CBS 12 and let you ask him. You know what I mean? That's going to get you, that's going to make your ratings soar through the moon. You know what I mean? He's just a stubborn kind of fella, got his mind made up over you. You know what I mean? So we're going to bring him in. And so now, he called me yesterday, and he said he would be here today or tomorrow. So, and we'll find out what it's going to be. His man just called me. He wants to have a big meeting at 6. So we don't know what we can do. But Bob Arum, get ready. You know what I mean? Because when I see him, I'm going to talk to him. But the main thing right now is I want him to be Chet Huntley or David Brinkley, and I want him to carry the news to friend and foe alike about a great tiding, a great happening is taking place on December 17th. And so Money Floyd, he said he don't talk trash, he talks cash. You know what I mean? He talk paid. You know what I mean? So we're going to deal with that. You know what I mean? I'm going to bring the money man here because I love the young kid. I understand his confusion and how he got everybody all confused, but even that is an art in itself. To have the whole world clamoring, if you speak Espanol, donde está Floyd? If you speak English, where is he at? You know what I mean? If you speak German, Achtung, You know what I mean? V Gates. You know what I mean? So we got to be able to deal with this here. So Floyd has got us all standing on pins and needles, but Floyd will be here in South Florida, and we want you to ask him what's he going to do. Yeah, so it's going to be fantastic. What else you want to know, Josh? Open the books and let's roll with it.
We're opening them. Well, the big issue seems to be the Olympic-style doping testing, blood testing for the boxers. That's what Floyd wants. Manny doesn't seem to want to do the blood testing, or at least to the level. Do you think it should be uniform? I know it's how hard it is in boxing with all the different states and the regulatory bureaus, but wouldn't it make it easier if there was one set of rules and this is what everyone played by?
Well, I look at it this way. You know, we condemn those who would be excessive in the use of any enhancing type of commodity, drug, whatever it is, drink, or whatever it may be. So if that's the case, what difference does it make? Let's test, man. If you ain't doing nothing, if you got nothing to hide, you ain't gonna be there. You know, used to be a program on the radio saying who did he, who's in my house where I ought to be. You know what I mean? When they were doing it on the radio, you know what I mean? And so now you got to understand, if you're gonna condemn, if you're gonna knock people out and doing testing, and they get tested wrong, you know what I mean? And you then expend them, suspend them, and all. Why not? Prevention is better than cure. You know what I mean? So I'm certain that I can convince Floyd that we can make certain that whatever it is, that they all come in mano a mano, man to man, both of them clean, you know what I mean, to deal with whatever it is and whatever they have to do. And boxing is the greatest sport in the world because it's man to man. You know what I mean? There is no calling timeout and sending in a substitute. If you run out of petrol, there's no gas station in sight. You got to deal with your problem because it's right before you. You can't say mañana, you can't put it off, you can't procrastinate. You got to be able to be with the joys, the sorrows, and that's what life is. You know, we can't, in home, we can look in the mirror and we can say, put it off. Michael Jackson said, the change come with the man in the mirror. All right, so you got to be able to deal with what is real. Prevention is better than cure. That is why I'm working with all these different charities and finding ways and means to prevent. But those who have got caught, we got to try to help them, you know what I mean, to try to get a cure. You know what I mean? But there's a thing here, if you ain't doing nothing, there ain't no problem. You know, pride in this. We're only talking about pride and money. You know what I mean? So what are you going to do? Let's show the world that we both clean, so there ain't no excuses. Without struggle, there's no progress. You know what I mean? So why are we fighting about who said what it is, who coulda, woulda, shoulda? You know what I mean? If everything is there, you got to be able to explain it so even a child could see it. So if your mind can conceive it, your body can achieve it. And that's what we want to demonstrate without any enhancement other than the desire, the passion, you know what I mean, the will to win. And that's what's going to happen here if we get this fight together. But I just want to get Floyd, you know, catching come before hanging. If he's accessible, I can talk to him. I don't have to guess no more. I can go directly to the horse's mouth. And so I'm looking forward to that with great excitement. And you too, because I'm going to put him right in your hands, we the people. That is what it's all about. That's why they call me a promoter of the people, for the people, and by the people. And my magic lies, Josh, and my people ties. I love you, Josh.
Right back at you. Well, the next question. What are your thoughts on mixed martial arts and extreme fighting? Do you think it's a flash in the pan? Is it possible that it can take over boxing as far as a level of popularity? Where do you see it going? No,
it would never take over boxing because it is boxing. You have to understand, mixed martial arts is sophisticated barbarism. It's right back where we started from. Every now and then you have to return to where you come from, to your roots, to find out where you're going. Cicero says, without history, then you don't exist. You know what I mean? He said, you must know where you came from. Many people say it in different words. Remember the dirt road. You know what I mean? Don't forget where you come from. You know what I mean? So it's a guideline to the future. All right, so mixed martial arts, when they was fighting, used to be 100 rounds, if they could last 100 rounds, or fighting till they dropped. That's what we'll say. Then it was 49 and then 50. And then a guy named Marcus of Queensberry, he come in and put sophistication to it, and he stopped that what he was kicking and elbowing and doing all these different things here, you know what I mean? And so now to the youth, they want to see some action, and we don't have any heroes in boxing. We don't have a Muhammad Ali, a Roberto Duran, a Sugar Ray Leonard, a Ken Norton, a George Foreman, you know what I mean, coming back, you know. So you got to be able to get some of these guys that will be there. Julio Cesar Chavez, the history of Julio Cesar Chavez, 132,274 paid, largest in history of the boxing. Julio Cesar Chavez, Azteca Stadium in Mexico. They just gave me the Guinness Book of Record indoctrination last week over there in Mexico. 136,000 attended. 132, 274 paid. I mean, that's boxing. I don't think you're going to get that in mixed martial arts. But the idea is, I love mixed martial arts, you know what I mean? Because it shows such a vast difference and disparity of everything that you would have frowned on, condemned, and disparaged hitherto for. Now you're looking at it and you're clamoring, and all of a sudden it's like reclaiming yesterday's glory again. Here it is. It's the mixed martial art. Come on with it. Bring it on. You know what I mean? I love it. You know what I mean? I think that my guys, Dana White, you know, and Lorenzo Fertitta did a fabulous job of marketing, and I admire and respect that. And the guys that's out there fighting, they come off the street and meet and greet, they don't care about nothing, knock them out, come out the beer room, and go in there and train 2 days and go in there and knock a sucker out. Fantastic, you know what I mean? So it all keeps bringing people out. And what you want to do is to bring the people out into the arena. So I love mixed martial arts because it is the original, you know what I mean, and what you're doing. Now when we want to add a little sophistication, it gives the people the choice to say, what do you want, you know what I mean? Do you want barbarism, bloody and marauder, you know what I mean, broken necks, legs and arms, you know what I mean, torn out eye sockets and implement what Tyson used to say, I'm going to hit you in the jaw and knock your brains, knock your teeth up into your brains, you know what I mean, I'm going to eat you alive, you know what I mean? So people like that primitive type of orientation. And so what we got to do is just mix them up, you know what I mean, and let them come on. But then the time comes when I get into the mixed martial arts, I'm going back to the Kung Fu. I'm going back to the karate. I'm going back to where it all originated from, where they were playing in Asia to bring things about. And then I'm going to challenge the UFC. You know what I mean? It's going to be me and the UFC, and we're going to get a category of athletes, and they're going to have a category of athletes, and then we let them go, and the people see a Super Bowl of knockdown, drag-out, Pier 6 brawling. Oh, I'm so excited about it, Josh, baby. And now we are bringing the heroes and the sheroes, because we got a great girls match on here. Oh, they're beautiful, but they can fight. You know what I mean? I could find much more things to do with these beautiful, lovely, voluptuous, sensuous, intoxicatingly beautiful young ladies. But since they desire to give out some pain, without pain, there's no gain. So we're going to bring the pain, and then you get the gain. It's December 17th. You must be there at the American Airlines Arena. Get your tickets now. And so you'll be able to be sitting with the stars, listening to the songs, dealing with the punches, and say, punches in bunches. Oh, what a delight. And in the tables, they got free drinks and food throughout the whole evening. It's a festival. It's a thing that's going to be something kind of different, as we say in the vernacular of the ghetto. And so we want to bring the hip hoppers. We want to bring the salsa dancers. We want to bring the singers, the rappers. We want everybody to be a part and parcel of the revitalization of South Florida. So get ready, Mayor Thomas Regalado. You got your work cut out for you. A tried, true, tested leader, a representative of the people, and a representative that cares about the people that he represents. You hear it right here on CBS 12 with Josh, my man. Woo!
I think that's good for